All right, let's go check the nets.
My name is Stéphane Menu. I'm the station scientist for the Bruce Peninsula Bird Observatory, and we do bird migration monitoring. The Bruce Peninsula is like, this very narrow land going into this big body of water. So it makes it easier to catch them and to observe them, just because that's the first land they see when they cross Georgian Bay, or the last land they see when they have to cross in the spring. We have mist nets to catch birds. And then you bring them back to the banding lab. And then we determine the species. It's the red-eyed vireo. And then we put a band. The band is a very light aluminum band with a unique number on it. It's a 9-digit, so no other bird in North America would have this number. 8. And then we check a few things. We check the fat. The fat content. Fat is the fuel they use for migrating.
0 fat. 0 fat.
And then we measure the wing length.
80 for the wing. So it's now, this guy's ready to go.
And we weigh them.
17.0, 17.1.
And then we let them go. We do this every day in the spring and in the fall, during migration times. We've been here actually doing it for 20 years, so we're getting a good data set to see the differences from 20 years ago to now. The most obvious is the decline of swallows. In the spring, I remember seeing big clouds of dozens of swallows of different species, and now we don't see that anymore.
It's almost 5 grams less than... Wow, nice. There's net B7.
Banding has been around for more than 100 years, so in some places they have, more than 100 years of data, and then they can look at things about climate change that at the time in 1920, nobody was asking those questions. So now they're like, oh yeah, actually birds arrived earlier. So you don't necessarily have the questions yet of why you're doing this, but they will come. The Bruce Peninsula for southern Ontario, it's one of the most preserved places. It's very good for birds and also, black bears and rattlesnakes. There's a lot of endangered species on the Bruce, so it could be a stronghold for those disappearing species. So it's good to have data on this and maybe find ways to maintain that population and protect it.